Right, sir? You cool with SmartAssPodCast as a title?
That's fine.
Alright. Greetings, Internet. I'm Chris.
This is Eli, Sir Wookie Wang.
With the SmartAssPodCast. Welcome back. It's been a little bit.
It has been.
But here we are.
We are back.
We are back. The new format.
Better than ever.
Well, we're trying anyway. We got an awesome brand new flag by
Mr. Ronald French.
Ronald
Shout
French.
out.
The French.
Great work.
Thank you,
Frenchinator.
Thank you, Frenchman.
Mm-hmm.
French's yellow mustard.
Great work.
The best mustard.
Yep.
So we having that in the background for now on.
Yep. New little touch.
We may have some
Sprinkle
hiccups with some audio because we're trying out a new microphone. The Blue Snowball, no bueno.
We're not very pleased with this so far.
No, waiting on our fucking Rode Procaster to get hooked up so we can use actual XLR mics again.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, we're using this, and let us know what you guys think of this new format we got going on down in the comments. And do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you want us to go back to the old way of doing shit? Do you want us to keep experimenting until we figure out something better? Mm-hmm. We're working with what we got, people.
Exactly.
We're working with what we got.
And you'll like it.
That's to threaten people to make them subscribe.
Yes.
Like, share, subscribe,
and
or else.
And don't buy the snowball.
No, not as of now. I cannot recommend the snowball unless it's like just a bad connection with my shitty old computer, which is a high possibility. But
we will see.
We'll find out. I'll have to experiment with the snowball. Mm-hmm. Snowball's chance in hell.
Kick the thing.
Anyway, we've been trying to get all of our content up and ready to go so we can start this new... Well, it's a little while into the new year, a few months into the new year, but get all this new content to you guys and try to expand our YouTube
horizon. Yep.
I don't know why I did that like Mr. Hanky or something, but here we are. So, what did you do today, sir?
Oh, I did a whole lot of nothing. Hung out with the family, seen my grandfather. She went to go see her Nana a little earlier, and it's a nice family day for me. How about you?
I had to work, but I also had to play a live game of Pulp Alley.
Pulp Alley.
With the creator himself. Shout out to Dave Phipps and family.
Yep.
And the Pulp Alley game. Mm-hmm. That helped me get through work without hanging myself.
Yep.
It was a very fun game. It was a war of attrition, but Captain Wolf and his crew survived, and we turned the corner. We got a machine gun. A giant stationary machine gun. And we fucking were blowing people's asses out of the water. It was fantastic. It makes you feel ooey gooey fun inside when you win.
It was good stuff.
It was a good game. Can't wait to be on there live again. Hopefully we can have Dave on our pod in the future.
Definitely. Without a doubt.
And while I'm thinking about that and we're shouting them out, any orders you place at the Pulp Alley store in the month of April, because of April Fool's Day, any order over $25 gets a free red herring card, which is a nice rare card that can really screw with your enemy when you play. It basically means any plot point you get in the game, it turns out to be useless. So you wasted a whole turn doing nothing. Like an ass, which can really help out in the game.
It's a pretty good card then.
Oh yeah, definitely. Unless you get it, then you're fucked.
Yeah, then you're screwed. Yep.
Well, that's Pulp Alley for you. So that was fun.
Yeah.
And now we're here and we're filming.
Yes. Back again, new episode.
Back again.
This will be good stuff. So what do you want to start with tonight?
How about we get right into comic books? But normally we go right into Marvel. How are we going to DC first? Because a show finished up that we both watched, and we had I want to say, a love-hate relationship with it.
Yeah. Some
characters we didn't like, but overall the show was fantastic.
Overall, Peacemaker.
Pretty fucking funny. Peacemaker.
DC's Peacemaker. John Cena.
And good old Gunn himself, James Gunn.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy, Suicide Squad, and now Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
It's awesome.
And I think it's going to be only one of a few different spin-offs they're doing, right?
Yep. They should be doing multiple different
Very
things
good.
with this.
And as like a big comic guy, like I can accept the changes they made to some of the characters and whatnot. Some of that, I don't know if it's... He made some characters purposefully irksome, which it works in the show. You want to hate them, and it's fantastic. But at the same time, like, I fucking hate these characters. Which is why, like, him just having such a foul mouth and, like, throwing back, like, witty quips is, like, really fucking good.
Him bullying the chubby guy. He starts getting upset with him. He's
like, I low-key look like when I put those glasses on. Yeah, I'm like, dude,
that now.
But, you know what? You know who might be my favorite more than Peacemaker himself?
Who?
Judo Master.
Judo Master?
My fucking hero. Dude, he's licking his fingers, fucking eating,
kicking people's ass. It's fucking hilarious.
Eating flaming hot Cheetos like a bastard.
Yep.
And he survived, like, all that bullshit.
Yeah,
he kept surviving.
He got his ass kicked a few times himself.
Oh, dude, when he shows up at that fucking hotel. Oh, yeah, spoiler alerts, by the way, but it's been a couple of, it's been, like, what, like a month and a half?
Yeah, at least, yeah.
So, if you haven't seen it by now.
Sorry.
Get on it.
Do it. Check it out.
Oh, my God.
HBO Max.
Yes. Streaming.
But, I have to say... Human Torpedo.
What the fuck? I lost my shit when I saw Human Torpedo for the first time.
Especially the first time when she missed and just ran.
When
she ran into a wall like an idiot. It was fucking hysterical.
I fucking lost it.
Second time she goes right through the monster.
And like the best part is like you knew it was coming. You knew he was gonna say it, but you're waiting for when he's gonna say it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was fucking lost it again. Fucking great Human Torpedo.
I liked his buddy throughout the series, Vigilante. I know he wasn't a favorite of his.
No,
but I thought he was hysterical.
He was a pain in the ass.
Yes, he was a pain in the ass.
But I know
I liked his humor in it.
I was gonna say I know James Gunn wrote him to be a pain in the ass, so it worked.
It did.
It worked. Mr.
Definitely
Gunn.
did. But him and Cena had good chemistry. I feel like
they did.
Then of course Eagly was badass.
Eagly, despite being CG, guy, I know you can't have a trained fucking bald eagle.
Yeah, good luck.
But without ripping your face off, we're just flying away,
trying to hug him.
Yeah,
hug me.
Coming back with like a fucking like a salmon from the river, like those Mongolian like horse arches, like
literally.
The falconer.
The Great Bald Eagle.
But no, Eagly was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was an awesome character.
When his father punched him, I was like, no, Eagly!
I thought he was done for.
The show was fucking good.
Then, of course, the butterflies, those odd things. I never even heard of them or seen them in any comic or anything before. Yeah. I'm sure they're there somewhere, but...
When they first made reference to, like, fucking, like, caterpillars and butterflies and shit like that, I was like, killer moth? That'd be fucking interesting because you didn't see him outside of Teen Titans on the animated show.
No, you have not.
But they went an interdimensional alien kind of thing route. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was good though.
It was a good
take, you need to have like a big like monster at the end of the show. Like,
that gets human torpedoed.
That's fucking right all the way fucking through. They're like, no!
How did she not break her neck doing the human torpedo?
I guess the helmet.
Yeah, the helmet, yeah.
Wear your helmets, kids.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point.
Fucking human torpedo. The only thing better is fucking Judo Master at the hotel when they think he's dead. He knocks on the door and he goes, ding dong, bitches, and he fucking beats the living shit out of them.
I gotta say, the beginning scene's ridiculous but hilarious at the same time when they're all dancing.
Yes. The opening credit
scene's friggin' hilarious.
Gunn is good with music. And the soundtrack for this is
it was
pretty stellar too.
I mean...
He went for a different route. He didn't do like all classic rock and obscure hits. He went for like, every character had like a kind of like...
Yeah.
A genre they liked. Like, he had like the hair metal and stuff like that for Peacemaker, but then they had all the other different... Like it was a good mix of like old and new.
I think it was the
Gunn's good at picking soundtracks.
I believe it was the first episode when he obviously just got out of prison, this and that, and he ends up going to a bar and picks up that chick.
Yes.
And then he does his business and he's just dancing in his underwear, and then she comes up and starts stabbing him in the back. That was
how many times he puts the record on?
Yep.
He took it
just crazy.
It's a fucking good show. Like yeah, I'm gonna give John Cena credit where credit's due. Like he's definitely evolving as an actor. Like I had the same feelings I had about him when The Rock first started acting. I'm like, well, he's a fucking wrestler, but proved me wrong twice. The Rock and now fucking Cena.
Selfish of me, but I was hoping to see King Shark in this at one point. We didn't get that, but of course we got the huge thing at the end.
Yes, that's
You
true.
got Flash and Aquaman, and then they block out Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
Well, Cavill was definitely busy with The Witcher.
Yep. Batman, who are they even going to pick
because
this point?
Are they going to bring back Batfleck, which would be cool, but...
Yeah. Or are they going to use Patterson, which, by the way, that movie was excellent. We'll get into that.
We'll get into that in a minute. Even though we did a review, we'll get into it anyway.
Yep.
And then Wonder Woman's just like ooh, hoity-toity. Like, she was not going to do a television show for a 5-second cameo.
Nope.
But Momoa is, like, funny enough where he's like... First of all, he came from TV.
Yeah.
Like Game of Thrones and shit like
and
that.
Baywatch. Didn't he do Baywatch back in the day, I'm pretty sure?
Yeah, like, he looks like he's on fucking Baywatch.
Yep.
But, and he can make it fun of himself, too. So, like, they're like, hey, he's a fucking fish fucker?
Fish fucker?
Which is fucking hilarious. And then, obviously, like, the Flash has to, like, get back in everyone's good graces after his little...
Yep.
And he said movies coming out, so they need to fucking get him out there.
Yep.
So it's cool that they showed up. And then they kept referencing, like, the Justice League and the other superheroes as well. Which means I'm hoping that season 2, maybe Plastic Man shows up. Or the Blue Devil.
Plastic Man. I could see Plastic Man.
Yeah, he'd be fucking hilarious.
Also, I want Weasel. Weasel.
Oh, the Weasel to come back?
He survived.
He did survive.
Suicide Squad. Can we bring him back in some capacity? That was a weird creature.
It was his brother playing him, too, so it's not like he can't just get him.
We need to bring that back.
Yeah, bring the Weasel back.
He's going to have a lot more time on his hands. This is the last Guardians he's making, so he should be done with the MCU.
That's
Unless
true.
they're going to give him another project. He's talented enough.
Yeah, you never know.
What would you say? Is there anything else you want to touch on with Peacemaker before we give it a rating?
I think we covered everything we can cover.
What would you give it out of 10?
I'll give it an 8.7 judo chops out of 10. Okay.
I would say like an 8.3. Like a little below 8.5, yeah.
Really?
8.3, yeah.
And I had more of a problem with some of the side characters, and I still, I just the slapstickness of like the action, like again, like him and the judo master fight was another one in the parking lot.
Yep, the action scenes were really good.
They were funny.
Yep.
Some of the side characters like tone them down a little bit.
Yeah.
But, and then I also have more superhero references and characters and villains in the next season. But yeah. So I think it's a good like. Between the two of us, we'll balance it out like an 8.5.
Yeah, I would say overall, 8.5. That's fair.
8.5, that's fair. Like, I was a little higher, he was a little lower. Put it right in the middle.
Exactly.
Right in the middle. But yeah, that was Peacemaker.
Yeah.
And while we're sticking with DCEU, I don't know, they fucking entertainment universe, I guess. But DC Comics movies.
They're a mess.
They're a fucking mess. But between Peacemaker and the Batman, I think they're starting to get the fucking
shit
ball
together.
rolling. And hopefully with
the Flash will be good too.
With old Batman coming back. We'll talk about that after this.
Yeah, we can touch that.
So we did a live stream with Sam from the Rafters podcast about the Batman. The live stream broke up a little bit, so it's 2-parter, but it's over there if you want a full review.
And check him out as well.
And check out Sam at all the links will be in the descriptions.
Yep.
He's a good cat, especially if you like East Coast sports and especially the Celtics.
Exactly, especially the Celtics.
But yeah, the Batman was very good.
Yeah, that was excellent.
Pattinson. I always say Patterson. It's
Pattinson. Yep.
He did a lot better than I thought he was gonna do, and I want to say I didn't think he could do it, but I didn't know he was gonna fucking put on such a good show because I know he was bitching about like putting on a weight and like to be like buff, but I think he made the right choices. It's a younger Batman. He's still figuring his shit out, and it was good to see like a younger version of Batman like working his way up to becoming the world's greatest detective, not just being. Yeah, because like, Christian Bale, you get like the first half hour of Batman begins like the training shit. Yeah. Then all of a sudden he's like fucking perfect at it. Yep. Keaton, like he's already Batman. Like you don't really see that. And then
what was Clooney? Same thing, right?
Yeah, Clooney and Kilmer were the same thing, but like goofy as shit. Yeah. But it was cool that like he wasn't established yet as a hero, but they were also smart enough to fucking not show the fucking parents' origin story again. Like we don't need to see the parents get killed. Tired of seeing that. The popcorn and the pearls going everywhere outside the theater. We know what the fuck happened. The character's almost 100 years old at this point, but that was cool as shit. Very good. I'm glad. I like what they did with the storyline.
Yeah, I would have to say, this might be unpopular to some people, especially with the amount of fans out there for the Dark Knight with the Joker, especially. But this might have been my favorite Batman film, to be honest. Thought Patterson did an excellent job. Pattinson.
You say it. Yeah. You want to just say it.
Yeah.
But it is. But, don't forgive us.
Yeah, I had some doubts, like my friend Chris here was saying at first, but he's a great actor and he did a really good job. He could have put a little more work in the gym for this, but it's okay.
I like him skinny.
It's okay. Yeah, it's fine. He still kicked people's asses.
Yeah, I was looking vicariously through him.
But I thought the Riddler was excellent, like the serial
Paul
killer vibe.
Dano was fucking great.
I couldn't ask for any better with that character. That was amazing.
They went for a whole fucking Zodiac vibe, and it fucking worked.
Yeah, it did. It worked very well.
Shit.
Yep.
Fucking liked it very much.
That was excellent.
And what about the deleted scene where they tried to do a little Silence of the Lambs where he went to the Joker for help, but
I would have liked it, but the design could have been.
Yeah, no, I know they went for like a chemical burn thing.
Yeah,
but they made the right choice cutting that scene and only showing him in silhouette at the end, which means you can change the costume, the makeup,
the actor, even whatever you want, pretty much. Yeah.
So, I thought that was a very good choice.
I thought it was a beautiful scene at the end with him just leading out the civilians out of the water.
Yes,
that was an awesome scene right there. That was badass.
It was very, very good for. I think I'll leave it at that. I definitely give that like a 9. I'm gonna give that a 9.
I'm gonna give that like a 9.7.
Oh,
I only have very minor issues with that.
All right, let's round that off to a 9.5 for both of us.
Not many issues with that.
Very
minor stuff.
Very minor issues myself. Yep. Yeah.
Gotham City was amazing to me, but
it looked like a real modern city.
Yep.
I'm like, the only complaint I really have is that if they really wanted to, they could have set it a few years back and have it connect to the Joker.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to bitch about that.
No.
That's just like a theory people had out there.
Another quick thing, Catwoman was amazing in this. Zoe Kravitz, I believe.
Kravitz,
she was great in this as well.
Yeah.
And, that's the Batman.
Fucking A.
9.5.
9.5.
Check it out. I'm sure it'll be on... I think it's going to be on HBO Max within the next month. Yeah. And then, of course, buy it digitally, DVD, Blu-ray. Whatever. Yep.
They got the shirts out at Wally World as well.
They do?
It's pretty nice. But, what the hell was I going to say? While we're talking about DC, I'm going to get off the movies for a second. Go back. You remember you mentioned King Shark?
Yep.
So, they have a new line of action figures out. The ones where you get the character and you get a piece of a bigger character.
Yeah, I had those as a kid. Galactus, the Sentinel,
etc. Like Marvel and DC always do them. But the new one is you build King Shark.
That's badass.
So you might have to get to the toy store and get all how many parts you need to build. I didn't mention that. Now to go back to movies and TV. Mm-hmm. We did touch on old Batman coming back and the Flash movies. Yeah. And Flashpoint and the CW shows and leaked photos of Michael Keaton in his costume again on the set of Batgirl.
We're going to get Keaton and Affleck in this, supposedly.
I'm very excited about Keaton because I think I know why he hasn't been playing the Vulture lately, because he's on this Batman contract. And they got him set up to do Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
His own feature film, which I hope
training a young Batman.
Yeah, so they better cast Terry McGinnis correctly, because that was a really good show.
Yeah,
but we'll see what happens, because we still got to do the Flashpoint and all these shows that are coming out.
Exactly.
So let's cross that bridge when we get to it. But I think that's why he hasn't been in the MCU for a while.
That's a good theory.
Because he's working on these Batman projects, which I'm very excited about, because 89 Batman's still my favorite, just because I grew up watching that fucking old VHS tape over and over again.
I would have to see that one more. I think I've only watched that one probably beginning to end once or twice, so I'm not very familiar with it.
I'm going to bring over the VHS, because the commercial at the beginning is hilarious. There's a fucking Diet Coke commercial at the beginning where Alfred's like, "Oh, my master's coming to the store right now." and he's driving a black car, you can't miss it. And then Alfred's like, takes the last Diet Coke out of the fridge, he's like, "Fuck you, Batman." He drinks it.
It's awesome.
Just for the taste
so
of
he was the Joker.
Diet Coke. That's great. Yeah. Back then, when the fucking commercials on the VHS are half the fun of fucking watching this shit.
That was good stuff in the beginning.
If you fast forwarded through the commercials and the trailers, you were an asshole.
Yeah. Check them out. It's worth it.
Fucking A. Any other DC news we have to talk about? I'm trying to think.
I mean, there was rumors supposedly that they're trying to lock in Henry Cavill to come back as Superman.
He'll definitely do it. Like once they're done filming The Witcher for the season, which I
think he's the best Superman in my opinion that I've seen so far.
There's been a lot. You know what? I can't complain about any fucking Superman. I think I liked all of them.
All of them. Yep.
Like Brandon Routh gets a lot of hate because the movie.
I liked him.
It was really fucking good. He's a really good actor. He looked like Superman. The script was just poor. It's not
unfortunately,
his fault.
He did a good job though. Yeah. He fit the bill, fit the part.
Dude, fucking A. Yeah. And let's see, Dean Cain back in the day, The Adventures of Lois and Clark. Is it fucking streaming? Like I don't. If it's streaming, I gotta rewatch it.
Yep.
Tom Welling, who came back as Superman.
Yeah.
What in the fuck was
Flashpoint? I think
was it? Is it Flashpoint or
CW?
It was one of the CWs. You have to forgive us. We've fallen off on the CW shows because they've gone on way too long for some of them.
Yes, they have.
But and then who else came back? Fucking why can't I think of his name? The head werewolf from Teen Wolf. The you know what I'm talking about, the older guy. Why the fuck can't I think of his name?
I like that guy. He's a good actor.
Yeah, but he played Superman for a little while too.
It's Superman and Lois, that new show that just came out.
That is a lot better than all the other CW shows. And it's
good to know. I need to check that out.
The problem is it's getting fucked around and in the shuffling one
what
time they play it. So don't fuck with it. Don't add any weird shit to it. Let it be its own thing. It's good. It's fucking good.
Check it out.
And then Christopher Reeves was a great Superman.
Christopher Reeves, yep.
Fucking old school
the
Superman.
Horse got him.
The horse.
Yep.
That's
awful.
Yeah, the only one I think would have been kind of weird, but I would have been interested to see it was the Nick Cage one, but it never came to light.
Yeah, that
Superman
was
Lives
hearing
and
that
Superman
stuff.
Returns.
Yeah, Kevin Smith was working.
On it. Tim Burton was working on it. Yeah, I hope that. I think they did a documentary about it.
They did. Yeah, it was really good. I remember watching that.
Yeah, fucking.
That's something you guys should check out when you have
That is time. Definitely check out that Nick Cage Superman doc. It's out there.
I'm not a Nick Cage fan, but the overall story that I was reading about and seeing on this documentary, it seemed pretty badass.
Yeah. So Kevin Smith actually has like scripts that he had from back then, and
he keeps them. That's cool.
Yeah, and he tells a story about how he went to John Peters, like this famous fucking Hollywood producer, who used to be Barbara Streisand's hairdresser and fucking fuck toy. That's how he became a famous Hollywood producer. You fail upwards in Hollywood, as Kevin Smith says. But he tells a whole story about the behind the scenes shit with that, and it's fucking hilarious. I highly recommend finding out. An Evening with Kevin Smith.
Yep.
It's the fucking story is hilarious. You'll probably find it here on YouTube.
Just imagine Nicolas Cage with a nice flowing long hair Superman. That's what they were gonna go.
Yeah,
with.
They went with like the Death of Superman. Superman Lives, so he had the really long black hair.
Yep.
Which it was interesting, but
only Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I think he's too old now. I mean, if they ever reboot the franchise again, he'd make him like Jor-El.
That'd be cool
because he's older.
Yeah,
but
why not?
We'll see. I mean, fucking, why not?
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
Yeah, so we rambled about DC.
Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps
up. Does that wrap it up for DC?
Stuff. I believe so, sir.
Alrighty.
Flash, Batman.
Excuse me for a moment. People, keep talking, sir. I have to plug in the computer because I am a jackass.
Peacemaker, Flash, Batman, Touchdown Superman, King Shark.
King Shark. We did King Shark.
Did some King Shark. I don't know what else is coming. Do we have anything else in the works for DC?
DC, off the top of my head, I do not.
I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, I am a big fan of animation stuff, especially the DC animation.
Now, there's something to talk about.
Animation, trash. I give that like a solid 2 out of 10.
That's sad to hear because their animation is always fantastic.
The animation itself wasn't bad, just the story was just so off, and they just left out so much key like plots and just characters from the game. I feel like they could have did a 2-parter with that at least. Unfortunately,
that sucks.
They did
to hear that.
A shitty adaptation that I was not pleased with.
But they're usually pretty good.
I loved the Justice League Dark. That one, that was badass. I know you weren't a fan of it.
Well, I'm not a fan of what they did to John Constantine. But
I thought he was a badass character in that. I had no problem with him, but that was That was good stuff.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I recommend that one highly. I'd probably give that one like an 8.5, 9. That was good.
Yeah, I don't know. I just when they take a character you love and like they just change it without telling you. That's kind
I
of
would
like
be upset too.
You're like, my childhood has been destroyed.
Something as simple, for example, with Star Wars. A little off track. Han shot first, and he
Han
always
did shoot first. Fuck you, Greedo.
Yep.
But yeah, no, to get back to that conversation for a minute, even when like I love Keanu Reeves, but when he played him, I'm like, this motherfucker doesn't have blonde hair. Like you.
That movie was not my favorite.
And I'm like, and why is Shia LaBeouf in it?
Yeah, get this out of here.
For some reason, like the early to mid 2000s was like the age of Shia LaBeouf. He was fucking like, dude, fucking like
I'm here and I'm there.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, like even Stevens ended, and then all of a sudden, like he's in Constantine, he's in fucking all the Transformers movies, Disturbia, he's like Holes,
all over the place.
Fucking he's just everywhere.
Pump it up,
little bastard. And now at least he's self-aware. And he wrote that like fucking what was it, Honey Boy? It's a pretty good fucking movie. It's fucked up.
I actually heard that was pretty good. Yeah, it's about him and his dad.
Yeah, he was like fucking forced to become forced to become like a child actor.
Yep.
They raised like animals for movie productions.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Very interesting movie. Like it explains why he's so fucked up. Makes you feel better about yourself if you watch it. But
do it. All right.
But
I think that's
it. We're done with DC for now. Thanks for bearing with me while I was strolling cords and wires. On to the MCU then?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Now, I think we should start off with Moon Knight.
The
first episode.
Yeah, I'll let you start because I'm going to have a Constantine fit again, but with Moon Knight.
To be honest, out of all the shows so far, it's only one episode. I would say this and Loki are the best. By far, in my opinion.
All right.
By far, I love what they did with the character. Him starting to lose his mind, like the insomnia stuff. He can't really sleep, etc. It's fucking badass. I like the costume design. Again, I'm not like my friend here. I haven't read the comics, and I wasn't really familiar with the character. But I loved what they did with this adaptation for the Disney Plus show. I can't wait to see more. I can't wait for next Wednesday for the next episode to drop. I'm pumped.
Okay. So let me get my bullshit out of the way first.
Okay.
So the costume's okay. It's growing on me.
Yep.
I get they wanted to go for like a more like an Egyptian mummy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Instead of like the one-piece suit and and I know they're gonna be coming in later on with like the pure white tuxedo and like the fucking bird skull and all that stuff. So I won't complain about that too much.
Gotta say he's pretty badass, beating the hell out of those guys. Those scenes, it's pretty good violence.
Violence is good. Way too much CG. Like when the logs went over the thing. I get it. You can't I feel like back in the 80s they would have just like really flipped over a truck full of logs and like fuck it.
50-50. Yeah. Make it out of there. Stunt double.
Exactly. And then fucking like the monsters like when and like even like they were showing like Khonshu and shit like that hanging around like it was you could tell it's CG and I get it. Like so far we've all had like the Hulk for how long he's been CG and we got used to it, but I'm a big fan and advocate for practical effects. Like get like Tom Savini in there and fucking just let him make some cool monsters and shit. And then like I said about Constantine a minute ago with the DC stuff, like I don't like when they really fuck with origin stories too much. Like I know they went from like the newer like mid to late 2000s kind of stuff they're going on right here, but the whole Steve Grant thing and like the split personalities, like that's something like
I like that
much later on. Like I wanted like straightforward like Mark Spector in the desert, fucking Left for Dead. Like I'm sure they're gonna do flashbacks and shit like that.
Yeah,
but
they will.
I kind of don't want him to be shared right now with like split personalities. I want him to
see it from the beginning, pretty much.
Yeah, and like and watch him develop and like
instead
become
of just thrown into it.
Yeah, and like watch him like slowly become the Avatar Khonshu, and then like yeah, because he kind of I don't want to say sick of him, but he ends up getting like this weird like father-son relationship with him, where like he what's the word I'm looking for? Like not despise him, but like father and son's like always button heads and like fucking you only want to join the family business, this kind of thing, but you don't want to do it. And there's a lot of kind of cool push back and forth, and like that's really when he kind of snaps and like starts getting like the split personalities.
Okay.
But I wanted like Mark Spector as a mercenary getting hired by like motherfuckers like Taskmaster. Well, they'd have to redo Taskmaster because they already fucked that up. But no, go after the Werewolf by Night, which in the last episode, hopefully you'll see that.
Yeah.
When we went on vacation, I went to New Jersey.
Yep.
Got it confirmed by Kevin Smith in a roundabout way that Werewolf by Night was going to be part of the MCU.
On the way.
And now at Moon Knight, it makes it more plausible. And recently, it was just said that he will be showing up in 2023. So that's next year. That's possibly either his own show or he's going to be in the second season of Moon Knight, which would make sense. Because Moon Knight 100%. Was created to fight Werewolf by Night.
Moon Knight was actually the villain, right? In the Werewolf by Night comic.
He was. Right? And he was so popular, they brought him back.
Yep.
He's so popular, they brought him back. Which is, I'm hoping they do, but I don't want Oscar Isaacs in like a CG suit and then versus a CG werewolf. I want to fucking see a guy like on wires like, in a suit fighting another guy in a monster suit. Which would be fair. Get like Screaming Mad George or like I said, like Tom Savini or Greg Nicotero. Get someone in there to do the practical effects. But I will admit, one, I do like Oscar Isaacs. Like he was great in Star Wars, and like he's great. He's great in this, and like he could do like a really good like accent. Like despite the fact that I'm not a big fan of Steve Grant thing.
I feel like he perfected that.
He did
a great job. You can tell he's losing his mind.
A fantastic actor. So I really do appreciate him in this, and the action is fun. And like I know I can play with the CG, but I can get over it. But
what about him eating, talking to the statue? I thought that was a pretty funny scene.
That was pretty funny. They made him like the adamant loser.
Yeah,
like
a vegan asking out the girl
to a steak restaurant.
His split personality. That's pretty.
And
funny.
Then it ends with him eating the steak anyway because he's all like depressed. He's like, "You need that protein."
I gotta say, this opens the. This is so exciting because I feel like this opens the door for so much with Marvel. I was a little worried because it's Disney. I was worried how far they're going to go with the Marvel horrors, and some scenes in this were pretty creepy. That elevator scene with the old lady and stuff, that was some creepy good stuff. I was excited about that.
Not even just creepy. I will say that like this is the first time I've seen someone in a Marvel movie die because that one car that hit the log truck, they're dead. Those guys didn't survive that.
We even got some blood. I know we didn't see it, but there was blood on his hands and stuff. I mean, they don't even usually show that, to be honest.
And
then of course Ethan Hawke in the cult scene, he was
fucking
phenomenal. He's
gonna
be a good villain.
Oh, just when they open it up and he's putting broken glass
in his shoes, slippers. Yeah, that was.
And like you hear the crunching and like.
That's exciting. I know nothing about his character. I think that's cool. The little tattoo with the
scales. He's weighing
goes back and forth.
Yeah,
like if you're a good person or not.
Yeah, just like the old Egyptian gods. Like Anubis.
That's really cool. And then, of course, at the end when he gets the phone call from the girl and he's like, "Who the hell are you?" And
she's looking for Mark.
Yeah,
she's looking for Mark Spector,
which is going to be
who's an American.
Yep, American mercenary, right?
He's an American mercenary.
Okay.
For a little origin story, despite all the spoilers beforehand. Yes, Mark Spector's an American mercenary. He was over in Egypt during a mission, got shot and left for dead, was crawling his way through the desert under the light of the moon, and found an old ruin with the statue of Khonshu in it, and he's like, become my avatar on Earth, and I will keep you alive.
Oh, what about that scene? I think it was about halfway through the episode. He's going to bed. He locks the chain around his foot, and then he wakes up and his face is all broken, and he's like, and then it just forms back. That was an awesome scene. Cool. Just the way he's playing, you can just see like in his eyes, just like what is going on. Like,
I will say, I like that the goldfish.
Oscar Isaac did awesome.
Yeah, I like the goldfish.
Yeah, that was good too. He noticed the goldfish.
Yeah, I do like the goldfish.
That was good.
Everyone's had a goldfish at least once in their life.
Yeah, and even like the funny part, like he woke up. And he goes to the date. He's like, "It's Friday, right?" She's like, "No, it's Sunday."
He's like,
"I ate my steak alone without you."
And they asked him when he goes,
he's so confused.
"What day is it?" He's like, "It's Sunday, sir." He's like,
poor
steak.
guy. He needs sleep.
But despite my bitching and complaining, I really liked it. I reappraised it. I watched it a couple more times after my initial viewing, and it's growing on me. I'm just gonna wait till the rest of the season before I make a bigger judgment.
Unlike my friend, like I said, I haven't seen much about him as a character in anything, but I was honestly blown away by that episode. That was amazing to me.
I'll wait until he starts swinging around.
Yeah.
I want to see if he gets his little fucking trapeze and
That
shit.
would be cool.
He does have
Does he have gadgets like Batman?
He does kind of get he swings on like a fucking trapeze and shit like that, and like he has like the crescent moon like fucking like
staff?
shurikens.
Does he have the staff like the god that we seen? Does he end up getting the
Sure.
staff? No, he never uses the
he's
staff.
He's never really fights with a staff. He has like throwing like moons and like
that's fine.
shit
I still
like that.
it. Does he ever use guns or anything like that, or no?
He's fucking uses, he uses fucking everything.
Okay.
He's one of the characters in the Marvel franchise that will fucking will kill.
Yep. So
this also means Marvel horror is coming.
Yeah,
Moon Knight.
I'm so excited.
You got Werewolf by Night coming, and hopefully we got like
Blade.
Thing and Blade's coming. That's
Doctor
right.
Strange 2 will open up a bunch of stuff. The multiverse.
Which will move us on to the next thing because I got another Marvel horror that's not gonna do well.
One moment before we move on to this, let's give a quick rating for the first episode.
Let's go for the first episode of Moon Knight.
I had nothing wrong with this episode. 10 out of 10.
All right, I'm gonna give it a straight 7. Like
okay.
It was definitely way above a 5, but I do have issues with it.
Okay.
So I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
But I'm gonna wait till the reserve judgment for the rest of the show.
All right. And where'd you want to go to next? Morbius, I'm guessing.
Yeah, let's talk about the fucking the elephant in the room or the vampire bat in the room.
Again, these are just rumors we've heard, and we have not seen the film yet.
No, we will be going to see it.
We will be seeing this.
But as of right now, the reviews are god awful. But
horrible.
We knew this was going to happen because it had the same exact track record as Black Widow. They kept pushing it back, pushing it back,
like
pushing it back.
It seemed like,
and then in the end,
on April's Fools,
like
a joke.
It literally is like it's a joke on the audience. It's a joke on the children. It's like Halloween 3. It's the most clever joke.
I'm disappointed. I had high hopes for this.
But I feel bad for Jared Leto because like the kid's a decent actor.
Yeah, he is.
Like at the
end of the stick.
Yeah, at the end of the Schneider cut, like they toned the Joker down a bit, and I liked him.
Yeah, he was good.
But in the other version, he was like, ugh. And I've got that meme going around.
Too gangster. I guess gangster Joker.
It was kind of goofy. That's why they toned him down like the end credits for the other one. But I don't know. The kid can act, but don't put him in a fucking a superhero film.
Yeah.
That meme going around with him as Darth Maul, who he lights up one side. It's like,
it's great.
It's like worst DC movie. The other side lights up worst Marvel movie. Well, the one with Thanos, he's like, perfect balance.
Perfect balance.
Fucking poor guy.
Can't catch a break.
No, but like the minute they dropped the first teaser trailer, that was over a year ago at this point.
Yeah.
The CG was not finished. It was not good, and I was that was a bad sign from there.
I heard it doesn't. It goes against some shit with the MCU, so people are saying like it doesn't. Not even gonna really connect. Then I've also read that they're trying to set up the Sinister Six through this movie, which is scary because this movie supposedly is trash. So we will see. Yeah,
and then what's going on with the Venom thing? Because he fucking there's kind of like a little.
I haven't seen much on that
because there was like a little connection with Venom supposedly.
Yeah, hopefully he pops up in that. At some
point. Or probably just maybe he mentions him by name.
Maybe. Yeah.
But does that mean that he's in this universe, or is this supposed to be post Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Because Venom left. He came in for like a minute and then left in the last movie.
Yeah. Then left a little bit of him behind.
Yeah, unless that little piece of Cenobite became like a new. Then I don't know. We'll have to see the movie, reserve judgment. But he also mentions Doctor Strange in it too. So
yep, yes he does.
Does that have anything to do with the sequel, or is that just people know who the fuck he is because he's an Avenger? Who knows? But it does not look good for Jared Leto or
Morbius, unfortunately.
Which means the Sinister Six and possibly the Marvel horrors have one less character to pull from.
Maybe
they'll probably fucking kill them all.
Maybe Sony should just quit having I don't know. Just give it over to Kevin Feige, I guess. It would be better for you guys overall. Give his people more say or something. Give them more direction.
Plenty of other good directors and writers out there. Try different things. Don't just do cookie cutter like A, B, C, D.
Yeah,
the movie's finished. Like we get it. Like the superhero movies at this point, like you want to do this works. This makes money. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
And like this is the kind of movie that could have been like fucking Guardians or like Batman or fucking like try something different, and
sometimes you gotta switch it up, and
it works.
Like the Batman.
And Morbius is a character where, like, one, he's not that great on his own as like a individual character because he was a villain and then became an anti-hero.
Not a big enough character.
No, like you need Spider-Man or someone else fighting him, like
Blade, something.
We'll see about that. Yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen with Blade now that he's coming in. Like, how is he gonna come in? Ooh, let's go to Doctor Strange. Speaking of Blade and all that. So, everyone's favorite. Well, second favorite Bruce. Is Bruce Campbell. Bruce Springsteen's first. But Bruce Hornsby's third. He's like, I made the list.
Bruce Wayne's in there. He's top
5. Bruce Wayne's in there. They made top 5. But,
Bruce Willis. Give
Bruce Willis. Yeah. Oh, we'll talk about him in a bit.
Yeah, unfortunately. That is sad.
But, Bruce Campbell, who's the adamant Joker.
Yep.
And liar. Because he's fucking hilarious. So he posted a picture on his official...
little teaser for us, or...
Yeah,
my friend says a joke, complete lie.
Yeah, so we all know he's in every Sam Raimi movie fucking ever. We all know that he is going to be in Doctor Strange, or at least he filmed for a few days... And that he doesn't know if they cut his scene because they know Disney made him cut a lot of shit out of there.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like 4 hours of footage.
Yeah, which that wouldn't be on him. That's on Disney being like, oh, why can't the movie be an hour and a half fucking making money? Like, I want an 18-hour Doctor Strange movie. Sam Raimi's doing it because Sam Raimi's a fucking director.
If it's a good movie, I honestly do not care how long it is.
Fucking
I'm sure you have a similar feeling. If it's a good movie, it just flows, and it's just the movie. It's like the time.
Absolutely. And Sam Raimi is the guy that I would watch all fucking day, especially if Bruce Campbell's there. Which comes down to what he posted on social media the other day, and why I don't think it was a joke. He posted a picture of him at the makeup table at the mirror, getting makeup put on as he's dressed as Doctor Strange.
The classic haircut,
classic
style.
Doctor Strange, like the robes, like the
fucking hair,
the salt and pepper on the sides, and like 10, 15 years ago, like if these movies were getting big then,
they were going to go that route.
Yeah, he would have been a good Doctor Strange.
There was rumors with Spider-Man 4 that he was going to pop up as
like
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange or Mysterio or something, one of them characters. But he looked good as a fucking character. He looks like a good older variant.
Yep.
Like, so that'd be cool as shit if he shows up. It also means that they can bring him back as a variant if Doctor Strange gets his own show, or they want to bring out another movie, or he has to summon all the other Doctor Stranges to like fix some shit at the end. Which would be cool. I mean, it would have been
interacting with other versions of himself would be awesome.
It would be fucking hilarious.
Yep.
Or he could get his own spin-off show where it's like a goofier version with just Bruce Campbell as Doctor Strange in a different universe. Funny. I'd fucking watch that shit all day.
Or he ends up in like the time variance police with Loki or something.
He's hanging out with Owen Wilson and Loki before any of this shit happened. Who fucking knows? But so he's sitting there at the table. There's a picture of Doctor Strange and the why can't I think of his name?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Thank you. What? It's such a fuck. It's not me. It's just fucking weird Welsh name. He played
Smog. He's the best.
He's fucking one arrow to the missing scale. Like he fucking hit it. That's a different story for the day. That could have been 2 movies, but they're like, no, it must be 3.
Yep, Peter Jackson.
Anyway, he's sitting at getting the makeup done. There's a mirror there, and they got a picture of Benedict Cumberbatch trying to match like the makeup, like even because. And I'm like, all right, he could be lying about this, but like, there's maybe an extra costume hanging around.
Yep.
Maybe it's a little bigger. Maybe it's a stunt guy's costume so he can fit in it better. But he did something that makes it seem like it might not be a joke. The makeup girl in it, for privacy, they blurred her face out. I think it was a joke. They wouldn't have went to all the trouble of blur her face out.
True, very true.
So
or he's getting smarter and he's really trying to bust their balls.
He could be. He's like clever girl.
Clever young
Bruce.
Kid do his PR stuff.
That is a possibility, but I feel like he's too old fashioned to give a shit about that. So
probably Disney isn't very happy with him then right now. They're like, you are cut now.
Oh well, they already told him he wasn't supposed to talk about it. So he's like, oh fuck.
You are now a deleted scene.
He released. He said he's gonna be in it like fucking a year ago. He is like,
no,
what are they gonna do to him? He's Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, leave him
alone.
alone.
Well, you can't ruin Bruce Campbell's career. He's Bruce Campbell.
You can't come at Ash.
You cannot come at Ash Williams. No. Which Evil Dead Rise is going to be coming out soon. That should be interesting.
Will he be in that as well?
He's probably going to get a cameo or something in it, but I think it's going to be kind of like the remake where it's a separate
chainsaw.
We shall see.
Badass.
But yeah, that's the Doctor Strange news we got there. Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Evil Wanda, that's true. And you know what I was thinking? Editing some old episodes and like going through our old stuff, talking about that. How WandaVision ended with her going to that cabin.
Exactly.
In the woods. And now, like, Doctor Strange seen the longer trailer at the end of, like, Spider-Man.
Yep.
Like, that's where the fuck she went. She went to that cabin in the woods and he found her.
Yep. And then, also, like, the what-if stuff. When Doctor Strange went to that mountain, that other variant of him, and started getting all those monsters and shit, it kind of seems like she's in a similar area, so maybe she's trying to do the same shit.
It's a possibility.
Because supposedly evil Doctor Strange that we've seen in the what-if series is going to pop up. So.
We saw at least, what, like, besides him, we saw, like, Zombie Doctor Strange and a couple other.
Yeah,
like,
there's another one. There was another one, like Time. I don't know. There's so many of them.
There was, and that's so.
And a few of them are gonna die in this, from what I've
read. Not Bruce Campbell. I bet he better not. If he is.
Well, if he does, he goes out
like
with
a fucking
glory.
champ.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a chainsaw, maybe.
Yep.
So that's Doc Strange 2 and Bruce Campbell and Bruce Campbell-ness.
Yep. Yes,
Campbell
sir.
soup. What other MCU stuff happened that we make of?
What do we got? We got She-Hulk.
She-Hulk's coming out, and like the teaser trailer's been alright. Like she's still in law school. She's not a lawyer yet, so we'll see about that. But
sure, we'll get Daredevil in it.
I hope Daredevil showed up the way he showed up in Spider-Man No Way Home. Speaking of, they made us re-log into Disney Plus because you're an adult warning because we had they finally added all the Netflix shows, including Daredevil, which means they could be bringing those back as well.
I was just reading that earlier today. Actually, it's pretty much confirmed Daredevil will be back.
A whole Punisher
too. Speaking of
the season,
She-Hulk. Supposedly, this wasn't my favorite out of all of them, but she was a decent character. Jessica Jones is probably going to appear in that.
And then what about the like, Iron Fist and like fucking...
Supposedly Iron Fist is done for. Like, they didn't... I don't even think that got added to Disney Plus, to be honest. They didn't like that adaptation or anything. I thought it was decent, the actor, but a lot of other people didn't like it.
Then,
I mean, hopefully the Punisher will come back, and then...
or at least show up as like fucking... Yeah, Luke Cage.
Yep,
I was going to mention him next, but I was
Yep.
going to say the Punisher... Honestly, like, his best was in, like, when he was with the Daredevil.
Yeah, that was his best episodes.
I think those were his best
definitely
episodes.
best episodes, yeah.
So at least show him as a side character in that.
Yeah, at the very least.
But, a lawyer in a show about lawyers would make sense.
Yep. I'm just, like, you make a She-Hulk movie, not movie, a TV show.
It's gotta be cute.
But you can't do anything with Hulk. Wouldn't Universal own the rights to She-Hulk as well, so you can do a TV show with I don't know. It just kind of aggravates me. I want more of Mark Ruffalo. I would have loved to see more Hulk.
Ruffalo would have been fucking great.
I feel like Hulk kind of got done dirty in this whole MCU universe, and a lot of more shit could have been done with him, but Universal and Disney don't play well, so
they don't play well with others. But speaking of Ruffalo and the Hulk not getting treated well, I heard a fucking story about what Robert Downey Jr. did to him when he first got hired.
Oh my god.
So they have all these fans waiting outside as his car pulls up, and he tells the crowd, like, alright, your favorite Hulk is back. Everyone thinks it's Edward Norton.
Oh my god.
And Mark Ruffalo got out, was waving at everyone, everyone started booing him. He's like... Because Robert Downey Jr.
To be honest, I wasn't happy about that either at first. I wanted Norton, yeah. But...
I love Ruffalo.
Ruffalo's
it's
awesome.
not just because we both got curly hair.
He grew on me. He's a really good actor.
I like that he plays kind of like he's jokey, but like they're like dad jokes, and like he's like trying to be cool, but he's not cool.
Yep.
I don't know. I like Ruffalo.
I just wanted more Hulk. I feel like they could have done so much more with the character, and I feel like they're just starting to go away from him now. Well, unfortunately.
Hopefully he comes back, or like they do like I don't know, like Son of Hulk kind of stuff, Scar, or Planet Hulk
World
shit,
War,
more stuff,
Hulk, all that good stuff.
Well, we'll see. But yeah, I do like Ruffalo.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
I'm definitely a big fan of him.
Yep.
And him and Robert Downey Jr. are always fun together too.
Yep, yes they are.
Fucking
good stuff.
But any other Marvel news that you could think of? I think I'm drawing a blank. I think that might be we might be caught up in the Marvel news.
Yeah, I believe so, sir. That's pretty much it with Marvel at the moment.
Marvel. Ooh, one last thing. If they do the She-Hulk thing, I would like them to bring in the storyline where she marries.
Werewolf by Night.
No, not Werewolf by Night.
I thought she married
Man-Wolf. She does marry a werewolf, but it's a different werewolf.
Okay.
This one is John Jonah Jameson's son.
Oh, that's even better if they bring him in.
And now that they brought John Jonah Jameson into this franchise,
that's awesome.
They could do something with that. Or,
please do it.
But I always liked that arc back in the 2000s when she married him, and like, it's interesting because they kind of bring up the whole like Registered Mutants Act and stuff like that, like from Captain America and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting. Like, he's an unregistered werewolf because he doesn't know he's a fucking werewolf.
No,
he just he's like, I fell asleep. He woke up. He's fucking.
Where'd my clothes go?
He's like, killed another deer again. Well, and all right. That's the last thing I just wanted to mention that before we get off it. I like to ramble about werewolves.
That's all right. And gotta say, we haven't gotten a trailer yet, but I can't wait for the new Thor movie this summer.
Thor: Love and Thunder. We'll see what happens with that.
Can't wait for a trailer to drop
waiting.
for that.
Hope Korg pops up in it again.
Oh yeah,
he's got to. Doug.
He's got to. Doug, his slug. The slug.
Doug
buddy.
the slug.
The weird insect thing.
I think he's like, you're dead, Doug. Oh, he's
the knife arms. Freaking badass.
I love his little fucking like entourage. He's illuminating his house and shit like that.
hilarious.
He's like, oh, join the Wi-Fi. The password's open.
He's being mean to me again on the Xbox.
I'm the Xbox kid from
the like, fuck you, noob.
He's like this 6-year-old from Germany.
He's like, I will murder you.
Oh, fucking, they're great together. One of the few times a director puts himself in a movie and it makes it better.
Yeah. He's a really good actor. Dude's a brilliant man.
This guy is fucking great. Again, give him another fucking, if not Marvel, DC, like somebody.
Yeah.
Give him a movie to do.
Supposedly Star Wars, he's working with them.
Yeah, that's crazy. He was the droid in fucking...
Did a droid, actually directed an episode in The Mandalorian as well.
Yep, that's right.
Now he's going to get a movie. I'm excited.
Fucking that good. Don't fuck with him creatively. Let him just do his thing and be a fan.
As long as he's not going too crazy with the lore and stuff, just stay within the lore and the history.
Well, Disney goes fucking crazy with the lore. But, so we'll see.
True, yeah.
Which leads,
my eyes.
You know what? We're already talking about Disney.
Trilogy.
And now we're on Star Wars. Let's continue with what's coming out this month. But they keep pushing that back, too. They fucked up because it was supposed to come out. Then they're like, no, let's push it back to the 45th anniversary of the wars, and now they fucking push it back again because they're jackasses.
Now we're getting it May 27th.
But tell them what they did to try to appease the fans.
they get Ian McGregor to record a little 40-second video.
He's like, I'll suck your dicks.
I'm
I'll
sorry.
suck your dicks.
Obi-Wan Kenobi here.
Push it back again. Please watch it. I saw suck your dicks.
But fans, the good news is you are getting 2 episodes instead of 1.
2 episodes.
Which I am fine with. I'll wait 2 more days to get another episode out of them.
I'll have to get the lotion ready.
I can't wait to see Hayden Christensen again on screen.
He's definitely confirmed, and now they're in the talks with
Liam
Neeson.
Yep.
Trying to get Qui-Gon back. They're definitely going to do flashbacks. Cause
they got to.
One that would explain how he has another fight with fucking... Pre-Vader.
Yep, pre-Vader.
And then then the only other thing I can think of is like a fantasy or a flashback, or he does like fucking kind of like the Luke fighting like Vader, and then he cuts the head off itself.
Yeah,
like kind of like cool. Weird training thing, maybe. Yep. Who knows? Or maybe a nightmare. But I'm just snowballing ideas.
Exactly.
Like the shitty snowball mic that we have to use until we get the good mics back.
We were gonna beat this mic after the podcast
tonight. I'm gonna beat him like he owes me money. But yeah, I am very excited.
They just
gonna explain how the fuck he aged that much in 19 years.
They're gonna lose me if they do. I know I'm just one person, but I know a lot of other fans I'm sure feel this way as well. This is a very important character to a lot of people. The prequels had a huge following. I know a lot of people had their issues with that. Me, myself, at one point. But the older I get, the more I appreciate them.
Excuse me.
Especially with what we got with the sequel trilogy. I feel like the prequel trilogy is almost gold now after that.
It
bullshit.
definitely increased my love of the prequel trilogy when these new movies came out. I went rough. And one fucking Rogue One and fucking Solo are better than the prequel trilogies, but they try to act like they're not.
I think They just can't. They just can't fuck around with Christian Hayden and Ian McGregor. They just can't mess around with those characters.
No, just Obi-Wan, period. Because, like, I love Alec Guinness. Like,
yep.
New Hope, fucking, like, there's some lines in that, like, fucking really, like...
They're excellent.
That, like,
really stick with you.
Yeah, they really fucking touch me. Like, fucking,
yep.
like, when he brings fucking R2 to him. And he's like... It was like... He, like... And it's fucked up because Lucas went back and, like, made sure, like, in the prequel trilogies, it made sense because he doesn't deny that he knows R2. He just says he didn't own him.
Which he didn't.
He didn't because it was always Vader's droid.
Yeah,
not, well, you know
Padme
what I mean.
or Anakin's, exactly. Yeah. It was one of their droids.
Which is fucking...
Yep.
So it's never a lie, but then when he's like, old Ben Kenobi probably knows this fucking son of a bitch. Like, you know, Obi-Wan's like, know him.
Know him.
I am him.
I am him.
He's
exactly.
Like, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
So...
A long time.
I wonder if they're going to tie in this series. They made it seem like Leia already knew who Obi-Wan was. So are they going to interact in some way in this series? And maybe we'll get the first meeting between them? Because it seemed like they had a pretty good relationship. Maybe he's protected her from the Inquisitors or... I couldn't say Vader. You think Vader? Because, I don't know. That's a little ballsy saying Vader's going after her because he really has no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, because even like in Rogue One, like it's... He only just found her then.
Yeah, because she had the plans.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then like it kind of ends where A New Hope begins.
Yeah, where the shit begins, exactly.
They do show Luke, and he's like probably like 5 or 6.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool scene.
Which
he's pretending to drive a spaceship or something. That was pretty cool.
Which probably goes back to him and all his friends shooting womp rats and like talking about shit like in the, especially like the radio version.
Speaking of that, I know I just mentioned it briefly. Do you think pod racing is even around anymore? At this point in the galaxy and the Empire, like.
It probably fell out of favor now that the Empire's in charge.
Yeah.
And like fucking like can't do that shit.
Yeah, probably not.
You always mine our minerals and
Jabba.
fucking But probably maybe in small parts like owned by Hutts and whatnot, but not as big as it used to be. It looks like it was a big sport. But I know someone that's doing a Star Wars RPG right now.
Who?
My buddy Jared. Shout out to
nice.
Jared. And he brought back pod racing for a couple of things in his story, so that was pretty neat.
That is cool.
But you don't really hear about that anymore, which is probably the best part of it. Made me forget that he was like fucking 5 years old in that movie.
They should have just started off with him like as a teenager, already maybe not a Jedi, but whatever he was already a badass with like guns or whatnot. He had like limited force abilities, and go right into the Clone Wars with the first episode, and we see more of the Clone Wars throughout, and then obviously you end it. I feel like episode 3
your father was
amazing.
A great warrior and pilot.
I wouldn't change much with episode 3, but the first 2 you could make some changes definitely.
Yeah. Also, like fucking Padme like has Chris Hansen waiting for her, like fucking.
Yeah, that makes it a little creepy. Like Padme and Anakin.
Yeah, she's like,
especially in episode 1. And
I got candy.
12 years later, he's a grown man. She's like, ooh, I remember you. I remember you when you were a little boy.
Oh, it was the 90s. You could get away with that shit.
You're of age now. No!
Oh, those old movies. Those movies like fucking 25 years old now. It's fucking crazy.
It is.
It's full.
Makes you feel a little old.
Fucking, yeah.
Friggin' nonsense.
But... Yeah, no, they can't fuck up Obi-Wan.
No,
like, I think after Master Yoda, he's my favorite character.
Yep.
Like, especially like Alec Guinness and the old one, and then like Ewan McGregor grew on me. Like fucking like, especially after Qui-Gon died, and he had to like kind of take up that mantle, and then went off to war.
Yep, and you got to remember in the first episode, episode 1, he kind of like treated Anakin like he was like
piece
an
of
asshole.
shit.
Like, he wanted nothing to do with him.
He's like, he's a fucking bastard.
He was comparing him to Jar Jar Binks to Qui-Gon Jinn. Did you pick up another insignificant life form, Master? Are we gonna really take this creature? Like, Jesus. The chosen one of the galaxies comparing to Jar Jar Binks. No respect.
That, you know what?
No,
I wish they would
to the dark side.
I wish they would redeem Jar Jar. Like, I know what happened. Like in Legends, like they made him like a bum on the street collecting change.
Darth Vader's back.
Just killed him and fucking slapped the shit out of him.
No beggars.
I never had a problem with them. I thought it was the Gungans were a cool design.
They weren't bad. Just some of his jokes were a little too much. Like, come on, over the top.
They wanted to sell toys.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
No.
But like when they toned him down in the other movies, I don't think they had to tone him down as much as they did. They literally gave him like one line in each movie.
We're gonna forget about him.
They're like, he's a senator now. Yeah. No one gives a fuck. Like, hide him in the corner. They could. I think they could have done more with him.
They could have. Yeah. They just wanted to make people.
That was the thing. You don't make people forget. You win them over.
Yeah, true.
But I don't know. That's what I would have done.
At least, I feel like it would have been even better if they just killed him off doing something instead of just weeding him out like that. I feel like that's just
like give him like a heroic death at least.
Yeah.
And then because I felt bad for the actor that played him, he got fucked.
Poor guy.
So fucked over that now Disney
suicide. Poor guy.
Yeah, he
wanted to.
They gave him a kids show about Star Wars on Disney Plus.
Did. Oh yeah,
he's hosting it. The Jedi training thing.
Yeah, that's cool. Not even just that though. They actually brought him back to voice Jar Jar in the Clone Wars animated series, which is which is some good. Cool scenes in that, some cool episodes. Again,
I'm glad about that because like if it wasn't his fault, they fucking no one liked him. I liked you, Jar Jar. You bastard.
I didn't. Fuck you.
It's alright.
In the Snowball.
Yeah, fuck that Snowball for now.
We're definitely never getting endorsements from Snowball.
No, I guess not.
No.
Well, I'm like,
we're destroying Snowball today.
You don't pay fucking $60 for it. Like, first off, I bought it for $60. The next day it goes on sale, $20 less. I'm like,
of course.
I'm like, fucking asshole.
I wonder why.
Exactly. Yeah, no shit. So I don't know if like this one just got like banged around in the store, or if it's bad connection to my old ass fucking laptop.
Put it on the shelf
or something, but. I don't know. I'll fucking fuck with it later and see if it does anything different. But so, if the audio quality is not 100%, forgive us. We're dealing with a snowball right now.
Please let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know because we'll try to have the Roadcaster set up soon and get the good mics up and running.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, you and McGregor, Star Wars, Obi-Wan.
It's gonna be great. It better be.
Knock wood.
Yeah, it friggin' better be. The Inquisitors, maybe Ahsoka, Clone Wars flashbacks, Order 66 flashbacks.
So the trailer was
to us all.
The trailer was very like Jedi Hunter, Jedi Killer heavy.
Yeah, it was.
Wasn't too happy about that, but
I wanted to see more Obi-Wan.
Yes, exactly. And like you said, like maybe they'll do like a Leia thing because it looks like he was off-world.
Yeah.
Because some of that did not look like Tatooine. All those night shots and those marketplaces.
Exactly.
I don't see why they wouldn't go to fucking Alderaan and like say fucking.
Imagine if they got ballsy and they had him go to Dagobah to meet Yoda for something. He had to have a conversation.
If they bring in fucking Yoda again,
badass.
or at least have him like fucking like. Force
that'd be
fucking
awesome.
Spirit to him or some shit.
Like say like I don't know, like him, Yoda, and Qui-Gon have like a conference. Like
that'd be
pretty cool.
That'd be badass.
Like Force Ghost conference or something. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be badass.
I don't think we'll see Maul in this. I don't think we'll see Darth Maul at all in this.
Yeah, I think they gave him enough spotlight in the cartoons that they brought him back and gave him like that good fight like at the fire pit.
I feel like at most we might get like maybe an end credit scene. Where they just do like that scene live action, but other than that, I don't think we'll see much of Maul.
Yeah, but don't think they'll get like Jimmy Smits to come back. I remember his fucking name this time. Come back as fucking oh my god! Now I can't.
Bail Organa.
Bail Organa.
Yeah, Leia's step poppy. He's coming back. That's already confirmed.
So, which means they probably will be. Maybe if they don't go to Alderaan, maybe he brings Leia with him, or she sneaks aboard the ship or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she had a run-in with Luke when they were kids and I don't remember.
I also wonder if maybe we'll see some characters from Rebels, maybe Kyle Kestis. From Kyle Kestis from the video game, but also Kanan and Ezra Bridger from the Rebels.
Ezra, I was gonna say Ezra.
Yep. That'd be interesting to see. You never know.
And then now, what are they gonna do with Ahsoka? You think they'll age her down? Or you think they'll find like a girl that kind of looks like her when she's younger? Or do you think?
I think they can just age her down with the technology. Seems like with Luke and stuff, and I feel
that's
like
true.
That would also make sense.
There's plenty of footage of her too, because she's been acting since she was a teenager.
Because his whole purpose, Obi-Wan, is to protect Luke. If he leaves, who's he gonna have watch over Luke?
The only other Jedi that
maybe
really
that's
knows.
the only person he would trust.
Yeah, especially
in my opinion, unless Yoda. But Yoda, I don't think Yoda's gonna go.
No, Yoda's still at fucking.
Yeah, he's hiding. He's like, fuck this. I just fucked up everything.
Yeah, he's like
I need to live with these frogs. I fucked up.
Exactly.
The iguanas and friggin' snakes from the Empire Strikes Back.
That
was awesome.
I love old movies like it's a swamp. You put fucking random shit in
reptiles on it.
I'm like, they all live here, don't they? I guess.
Random owl.
Ooh. Fucking eyes in the fucking swamp water and shit.
It was freaking cool.
Oh, Dagobah.
Speaking of Empire Strikes Back, a little off topic, but I seen a really cool concept art that didn't make it into the movie. They were actually going to put Vader's castle, that actually got put into some of the comics and stuff. They were actually going to put that in Empire Strikes Back in the day. didn't make it, but that would have been a cool addition. I would have liked to see that personally, but again, a great movie. Just nitpicking. I always want more. Always want more.
Highly recommend going back and watch those old movies.
Yep.
Especially with the VHS back in the day where the fucking no special features added.
I watched those so much I burned them out as a kid, unfortunately. I wish I still had those.
I still got copies of those. I'm like, fuck you.
Those are awesome.
Your special effects. Like, I love Lucas, but he went a little fucking overboard.
Even today, I wish with the options with the Blu-ray DVDs, they would give you the original and the updated, but they don't do that. They just give you straight up the updated. Which is annoying.
When Fox still had the rights, Lucas had it in his contract with them that they couldn't show the originals. Like,
really,
he preferred the special effects.
Yeah, because that's what he wanted.
That's what I envisioned.
This was what I wanted to complete my baby, pretty much.
But it was the '70s, and I couldn't afford all this shit. And the technology wasn't there yet. Which, listen, I get, but once you put art out there, it belongs to the world, not just you.
Yep.
You can do your special edition version, but don't take away the original one from people. But I wonder if that's still in the contract that Disney signed them to pay.
I wonder. I mean, when you pay him $3 billion, it's pretty much we'll do whatever we want.
And I know he still owns some of the toy rights.
Yeah. Yep.
Because that was the smartest. Him and Alec Guinness, those are the two biggest fucking things they did.
Smart man.
He took a fucking big fucking, I think it was like $150,000 pay cut. Like, and this is back in the '70s. That was a fucking lot of money.
That's probably like $5 to $10 million today.
Yeah, to retain the toy rights, and now the toy rights earned him like fucking $8 billion.
Yep.
And Alec Guinness did the same thing. He's like, I can't really pay you that much, but I really want you to be in the movie. He's like, all right, I'll take scale, but pay me on the back end with merchandising rights. He said he didn't know why, but something told him to take the merchandising rights.
He's a smart man.
And
he took the risk, I guess, and it worked out perfectly.
His estate is still making billions.
I bet.
Good
for him.
Yeah, no, fucking
it's worth it. He did an excellent job. And didn't even want him at first. They wanted to cast an Asian guy to play Obi-Wan at first.
Oh, yeah, they wanted more like kind of like because he did take a lot of things from
the
like
Seven
Samurais and Hidden Fortress and like a lot of old samurai movies. So
exactly.
they're definitely gonna like doing a more like samurai thing.
Yep.
But the Jedi end up becoming like samurai knight, like monks, kind of like it's a really good combination of stuff. But East Asian cinema, people definitely check it out. Definitely,
check it out.
The old Akira Kurosawa movies, like especially Seven Samurai and Hidden Fortress, they were big influences on George Lucas. Yep. And you can literally tell if you watch, especially Hidden Fortress. There's a lot of like some scenes really mirror like New Hope. But what does Tarantino say? Good artists borrow, great artists steal. Yeah, like fucking A.
Yep. But adapt it to your own work.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Fucking A. But I still like those old movies though. I think Alec Guinness was a good choice. Same thing with like Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee later on. Like fucking all the old like.
Great Christopher Lee, great casting for Count Dooku.
Yeah, fucking A. And I like all those old Hammer horror films, so it's perfect seeing him and Peter Cushing together again.
Badass.
Oh, memories. We really on a Star Wars tangent. But back to the Obi-Wan show. Any other Star Wars news coming out? Like,
I mean, I haven't heard anything about Season 2 of The Bad Batch, that animation show. I haven't heard much about that at all. I haven't even heard much about Ahsoka lately either.
But we did see her recently.
Yep.
And that gets us to Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
So, I liked it overall.
Yep.
We'll go into deeper in a second, but what the hell? I lost my train of thought, but yeah, it was more like Mandalorian Season 3 Part 1 than it was Book of Boba Fett for part of it, which I'm not complaining about. I know a lot of people aren't.
I'm not complaining.
I know a few people who are, but fuck them.
It's just pretty much the best episodes in the season were the 2 Mandalorian episodes.
It's true.
Unfortunately, I mean,
they tried to make a hero out of an anti-hero.
Yeah.
And he lost a lot of his bite. They made him like too genial for too nice of an old man.
And that biker gang was like
the mods were fucking terrible,
cringeworthy.
They're fucking terrible.
Concept was awful.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I like some friggin' tokusatsu, like friggin' Power Rangers kind of shit. So
no, thank you.
But we don't need the whole like matching colored like moped speeders that only do 2 miles an hour.
I feel like
we'll save that for 5 robots that combine.
Should lose his Star Wars license, whatever you want to call it. For that.
I don't know if he's the one that added them. It could be a different writer.
Favreau or Filoni. Yeah, that would be balls. I don't know if they would do that.
I don't know, but it could have been like something from above.
True.
Like,
they added really bad characters. In my opinion.
Were terrible characters. The little spin at the end, we all know the spin.
That was so corny. Everyone makes fun of that too. The unnecessary spin and shoot. Yeah.
But we got Saito, the new Wookiee mercenary.
Oh yeah, Blacker Stanton. He's badass.
He's cool as shit.
We also have we get Cad Bane at the end, which he's not dead in my opinion. You can't just kill him off with his first appearance in live action. A cool character like
which
that.
Was fucking phenomenal. See what happened when you use practical effects, people? That was fucking amazing.
That was really good.
And like they brought back the original voice actor too, and he changed his voice from the younger Cad Bane to an older. Like Cad Bane was fucking fantastic.
Yep.
He was spooky as shit.
Yeah, he was.
That was a good.
He took out the sheriff in the beginning. Shot him right in the neck.
And like for such like an alien design, forgive the pun because he's a fucking alien. It translated well from cartoon to live action.
It did.
And he looked scary as shit.
And some people complain because it didn't look exactly the same as animation, but it's not supposed to. Animation's supposed to look different, so.
Exactly.
I thought it was awesome.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, if he had a wider brimmed hat, it would have been cooler, but it was still bad. It was fucking badass.
It was good.
And then, he calls out fucking Boba Fett.
Yeah, he calls him out. Yeah, he's like, "You're a murderer." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, he's like, "Quit being a pussy."
He pretty much it shows from the Clone Wars cartoons they know each other.
Yeah.
And from the lore and the backstory, Jango Fett, Boba's father, pretty much taught Cad Bane everything he knows. So Cad Bane's almost like an uncle grandfather type figure to Boba.
But he ages a lot less, so it's fucked up that
I think he's almost like 150, 200 years old.
And so he already outlived Jango, obviously, and
yeah.
Now he's out-aged.
Yep.
Boba was getting old, but that stuff I like, and I like how it ended with him fighting the way the Tusken Raiders told him to fight.
That was awesome.
I like that it went full circle with them, and he found out who killed the Tusken Raiders. Really, all these assholes that were trying to take over the planet for the spice and shit.
And of course, the Rancor was badass. Him riding the Rancor was awesome.
This is why I love
those huge droids. Were pretty cool.
This is why I love Robert Rodriguez, and I'll give him credit. For one, he brought in Danny Trejo.
That was cool. Yeah, the Rancor Master Tamer.
He put some scenes in from his own movies, from Desperado and shit like that. Like that one guy that shoot off the roof 100 times, but he's still shooting.
I liked that.
That was a good scene. And how he copied old monster movies with the Rancor. There's a scene that reminded it was King Kong is hanging off the building holding somewhere in his hand. That was hilarious. Yeah, it's beasts from 10,000 fathoms and all kinds of cool stuff. So it was great. And I like the Rancor. He's cute. He's like a big dumb dog. He's just I want to eat things and
a lot more durable than I thought. He was taking some pretty good shots from those huge ass droids.
It was also
fucking them
it
up.
seemed it was definitely bigger than the one that fucking Luke fought.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it was the size of a building. It was climbing and shit.
Fucking big, yeah.
The one in the hole isn't that big.
Yeah.
But
cool stuff.
It's fucking. So I'll give him credit for that shit. But yeah, I can do without the mods.
And then of course the scene in
that girl mod's hot, but that's a different story.
And the not pretty much. It was an all Mando episode. When he has the Darksaber and he's training with the Armorer and then Jon Favreau's character.
Jon Favreau.
And he fights him, which is pretty awesome.
Because he plays the ancestor of
the
descendant.
A descendant of the man that created the Darksaber.
Who was the first, and as far as we know, the only
Mandalorian Jedi.
Which comes into play later on, because you don't know what's going on with Luke and making him choose between the Beskar armor and Yoda's lightsaber.
Which is phenomenal they brought that in.
Which, there's definitely something going on with that. I think they're going to end up back with Luke and getting that lightsaber. Because normally, young has to build their first lightsaber.
Yep, normally yes, 100%. And also they changed canon with that. Because in canon, the Darth Vader comics, they destroyed They destroyed Yoda's lightsaber in a furnace with all the other ones, and it exploded in crap.
They also have fucking Luke's lightsaber in a box for no reason. Fucking the new trilogy. Let's not get into that.
Yes. We'll be talking for another 2 hours on that.
But yeah, the Mandalorian stuff is very good. And how R2 helped the Baby Yoda fucking just steal the X-wing and go back to fucking Mando.
That was funny.
It was cute.
Yeah, it was. Then we get that nutty lady again from Tatooine with the stupid droids.
Yes.
I remember I played a cruel joke on my buddy and told him.
Oh my god.
I told my friend Chris here that
he watched an episode like before me, and I was like, no spoilers, and he made up a fake spoiler.
I told him that she cooked poor Baby Yoda.
He's worse than Bruce Campbell with these fucking lies. I was like, no. I thought like Mando was
that to him.
Yeah, I thought Mando was really gonna have to fight this lady and try to save him from getting put into a stew. I'm like,
funny. That was a good one.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, never again.
Never again.
About that gullible.
But yeah, that was good stuff. Seeing more stuff with the dark
really
saber,
yeah,
the story behind that.
We saw Ahsoka again too.
That was awesome. How he's having trouble handling the saber, the technique. I guess it's just like heavy, like it's a heavy handle.
The more you fight with it, trying to fight your way, it gets heavier and heavier. But you have to learn to use the force to
be one with the weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. But awesome stuff. Even that scene when Yoda and Luke are just meditating and he's just losing focus, chasing the frog, and Luke just like
levitates all the frogs.
See, listen to me, you get food.
That's how you
dozens of frogs.
That's how you get me to pay attention.
Exactly.
There's food available? Alright. But no, overall it was a good show.
Yeah.
And like if you want to complain about there being too much Mandalorian, fuck you.
Yeah. I need more interaction between Luke and Ahsoka. That was nice to see that. I liked seeing more of the Sand People culture, seeing Boba escape from the Sarlacc pit. I also liked the scene where he went back to the Sarlacc pit with the Slave One and shot up the Sarlacc. Yes. That was pretty cool.
That's the name of his ship. Get the fuck over at Disney. Yep. But speaking of, let's back up a little bit because he got his armor back. Mm-hmm. And then he had to go back to that same town, which is, what is it, Freetown now?
Freetown, yep, Cobb Vanth.
And, they got some help from the Cad Bane, fucked him up.
Yeah, he got him pretty good, yeah. But all his buddies and townsfolk came to help.
Yeah, but he's not dead.
No,
the deputy was dead. Scene. And who was the deputy? Was it Jason Marsden? It was someone that I know.
Yes, you knew the character. He was in something else. Damn it.
I think it was James Marsden. I could be wrong, but
he was like his deputy. Cocky,
he got too cocky and got shot by Cad Bane.
He didn't make it.
But Timothy Olyphant got fucked up when he survived because they showed him later in the fucking the tank getting like all
modded up.
Oh yeah, so we'll see what happens. Hope he's not. Oh my god, not the mods.
Yep, that's what was happening.
Yeah, but so we'll see if he makes it come.
Yeah, we'll see. Supposedly, I've also seen rumors that remember the frog. That frog character, it's coming back in season 3. They're bringing the frog.
Does he have more eggs for Baby
Yoda? He's gonna eat them all up.
Yeah, because some are gonna be tadpoles by now.
Oh my god! Yeah, imagine those little shits running around.
Little babies.
She's like a tank with them, and he just putting his head in there, taking some here and there.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
She's like, I just had 2 dozen, now I have 6.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. He's just like taking one at a time. Eating them like they're pickled eggs. It's fantastic.
I mean, and of course, I want to see more backstory on Baby Yoda. I want to see more about his species and etc. The more, the better with him. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
We get that little flashback. Yeah, actually, we get the flashback in Book of Boba of him, Order 66. We see the clones and the Jedi's dying.
Yeah, he like sees in his mind a little bit.
That was cool. That was excellent.
Now, speaking of this, you think he's going to change canon a little bit with the sequel trilogies. Where he's building the temple now does not look like at all where they built the temple in the sequel trilogies.
No. This might be a temple before that, because what?
It's a possibility.
This is only 5 years after, and I think that happens 25 years after, so there's plenty of time to work with in between. There could be multiple temples built.
They build the same exact design, but it's definitely, this is like a flat wooded area near a lake.
Cool.
It's not like near an ocean on a cliff. Yeah, those droids are pretty cool. They built them a bench to make them wait.
That was cool, yeah.
But we'll see, because I wouldn't mind if they went against canon.
And then
make a whole new sequel to a trilogy.
Then you see the silly rumors out there that Mace Windu is the one that saved Grogu from the temple. He fell. He survived the window.
So you think he survived the fall? Because that's not even in Legends. Like in Legends,
no,
he
he's
dies
just
there.
done. I think it could be possible. You've seen Jedi survive much worse shit. You've
That's
seen
true.
Palpatine come back. You never know.
I think honestly, like that might be Disney just like we want to bring back Sam Jackson because like,
I wouldn't mind. He was a cool character.
So I'm not gonna complain if they bring back Samuel L. Jackson because he's fucking Samuel L. Jackson.
Make him like an antagonist or
like,
some shit.
And they already got a good
big bulb go after him.
Yeah, I was gonna say they already got a good rapport with him anyway because he's already playing Nick Fury.
Exactly.
And haven't seen him in a bit. Like
no,
I know he's up in space, those motherfuckers,
space, yeah, exactly.
But we'll see what happens with the Doctor Strange shit and like. Yeah, they're really gonna tie fucking Phase 5 together because I don't know the hell it's going right now.
Yeah, I feel like they have a lot to do with that,
but anyway, so they can definitely get Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
which would be cool. But then like he got all electrocuted and burnt and like put through glass. So
missing an arm.
He's bald, so he'll definitely be covered in fucking scars and shit. Like that, which I think would be a cool design. Maybe he's like he's like missing an eye, one eye's like all whited out and fucking like he's covered in.
What if he's modded?
Like if he has like a robot arm like Luke or fucking
he's
like
there's like
Vader,
metal melted in with where he was scarred.
He looks like half a Terminator.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be cool.
I don't think they would go that.
I don't want to see some dork wearing a fucking like just like a steampunk fucking like cosplayer, fucking spinning around going ew. I'm like you still missed, and that laser would have fucking hit you anyway. At least
nice coat.
Those.
Why are you wearing a coat in the desert?
Exactly. Those assholes shot worse than stormtroopers.
Yeah, there is.
Anyway, Book of Boba Fett. It was still pretty good despite the flaws it had.
Yep.
And I give Robert Rodriguez quite credit. Like I hope you didn't come up with the mods because no one liked the mods. But other than that, I liked it. Just try to make him more vicious in the next season. Like I know he's an old man. He's trying to like figure his shit out, but. He's still fucking Boba Fett.
Another scene I want to talk about quick is Black Chrysanthemum, the badass Wookiee bounty hunter, when he's in the bar scene getting drunk and stuff, and he just starts ripping off those lizards' arms, the Trandoshans, because they have those two species hate each other. I do
think about that fucking that line from fucking
New Hope
all the time, where he's like, Wookiees fucking rip your arm off if you fucking lose. They lose.
It's the
He's
difference.
Like, oh my.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh, R2.
Oil
my sockets.
Come on, R2.
Oh, time for a nice warm oil bath.
Get out of here.
You will dip me now.
Did he dare he was go over there? But fuck yeah, no, he was badass. It was cool seeing. And Wookiees, like, if you play it in the Star Wars RPGs, like, they have a lot of soak to begin with. Like I played a Wookiee commander for a while, and it's fucking. They can take a lot of fucking damage. And he did take a fucking lot of damage. I did not.
Yeah, he got.
He had like a fucking broken leg. He's missing big chunks of fur and skin
bit and stuff.
And he survived because I thought he was fucked from the old.
Shot multiple times too.
Yeah, all those like motherfuckers like were stabbing him and shit like that.
Wookiee. But Boba Fett's like, you need a good soak in the Bacta.
He's like, you sure do.
You need the Bacta. I mean, we haven't even mentioned Fennec Shan yet. She's a badass character.
Oh, it's
more
true.
To see nice of her too.
Well, I do like how he sent her at the end to blow up those motherfuckers.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was nice. Cool. I'm glad they did that. They didn't puss out on that. Because those guys.
Assholes,
yeah, I want to
be
that too. Oh, what about the fucking who was the little bastard? He's like. He was like Jabba's scribe, and like now he's just like a constant like sycophant. He's always sucking up to people. He's like, let me write this.
I forgot his name.
He wrote the fucking note, and it's like, go fuck yourself.
Did he end up dying, or is he still?
No, he survived. The crazy bitch with the curly hair saved him.
I'm so mad.
Yeah,
I wanted him to go.
Yeah, because she wanted to like fuck him. She's like, come on in, pretty boy. He's like,
I remember that now. Yeah, the nutty lady. Yep, with the stupid droids.
Oh, I am glad they brought the pit droids back.
Yeah,
because like I was like. They're
retarded. They're comical. Yep.
Yes, they are special.
Little shits.
But yeah, no, it was that was pretty fucking funny. I do like when he wrote that note. He's like, all right, here's my my little treaty right here. He brings it out to him. He reads it. He's like, read it. He's like, go fuck yourself. Oh well then. But it bought him enough time to like so him and fucking Mando can fuck some motherfuckers up. All in all, it was good. I'd get over the flaws it had. I'd give that like a nice fucking solid. What? I'll give it. I'm gonna give it a 9. because I rewatched it a couple of times and like they added some new characters I liked. Like I like the Mando thing. Like I can like Mandalorian season 3 part 1 right here. It's fine with me. I like all the Tusken Raider stuff they did with him and like how he's like he got like high on like fucking those bugs.
Yep.
And he got like
that was cool when you seen the tree and stuff to get his graffiti stick, the staff.
It was fucking there's a lot of cool shit. Like they brought back Ahsoka, Luke.
Yeah, there's a lot of awesome stuff. A few flaws.
Yeah, like, I can do without the mods.
Yeah, the mods.
A few other little
especially
things.
the mods.
But first live action appearance of Cad Bane, I think that
badass.
Really fucking did.
Again,
like, he scared the shit out of me. I liked it.
Again, he better be coming back in future crab. I mean, you've seen his. If you caught that, his chest piece started making noises after he was dead. So maybe something's kicking in to give him some. I don't know. Heal him or some shit. Some Bacta of his own.
Bacta tank. But that was good. They're very good.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I probably
Danny Trejo showed up for giving him a Rancor.
Yeah, I would say, honestly,
about that.
I'd probably be with you. Probably a 9.
Alright,
probably a 9 with that.
My solid 9 for Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett.
A lot of good stuff. A great addition to the Star Wars universe.
Fucking A.
Filoniverse, let's go. Keep it going.
Keep this stuff going.
John and Dave,
do it. Now, Mr. Robert Rodriguez.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Robert Rodriguez, Netflix is paying him a shit ton of money to reboot Spy Kids, which should be interesting.
Oh my god.
Here's the thing.
How is that going to work? He's going to make it bloody and mess. How do you make Spy Kids?
So he owns his own studio.
How can he do that?
So he can film the whole fucking thing in his own studio in down in Texas, which is that's where he filmed like Sin City and like 300 was all like he owns like a big giant studio and a whole green screen room and shit. So he can film the whole thing on his own. I don't know if he's gonna bring back the original kids as adults and have them have kids.
Yep.
But or they're gonna completely redo everything, get all new people, but he could do it and he could do it for fairly cheap and make a good profit, turn it to fucking Netflix. So I don't blame him for doing it.
Yeah, Netflix pays you a shit ton of money, some of these directors.
Which is ridiculous. Yep. Hire me, I'll write
do it.
I got plenty of movies I've written, but they'll probably tell me to change it. I'll tell them to go fuck themselves. I'm like, I have autistic creativity.
You cannot clip my wings.
Do not clip my wings or my penis.
Yes, stay away.
I've already been clipped. The doctor did it.
The doctor did it. Stay away, Doc.
Doc, get those away from me. He's like, too late. Clip.
Snip, snip.
Oh, what the hell's the matter with us?
But I think that's it with Star Wars.
Yeah, alright. I think that is it. Fucking what else is there going on?
You want to talk about Dune a little?
Yeah, Dune won a lot of fucking awards.
Yeah.
In the Oscars. We're gonna skip right over the other shit that happened at the Oscars that was interesting but not funny.
We'll pass on that.
We'll pass, or the joke thief hosts,
exactly.
or the slaps. So we'll skip all that
and
go
over to the podcasts of people talking about that.
Exactly.
Not us, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. We want clicks because we talk about cool shit, not because we talk about
what's trending,
polarizing shit.
Exactly.
You know, dude won a lot of awards, and I think they were well deserved.
Mm-hmm.
And
thought it was shot beautifully. I like the
the
cast.
The sound design was
story.
fantastic. The costuming was great.
It was great. I feel he has potential. If he does what he says he wants to do and makes these 3 movies, in my opinion, it could be up there with maybe Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, like trilogies like that. In my opinion, we'll see what they do. The ending is very important, but the beginning was excellent.
I was going to say now we've only got to the first half of the book in this, so the next movie's not going to be the second book. It's going to be the second half of the first book.
Yep.
Unless he splits that up into 3.
He could.
Or if he's going to start the second book and make that shorter than the first 2 and try to compress that story.
Yeah, because I think in the second book, Paul actually becomes the bad guy almost. Paul Atreides, he starts becoming like what he was fighting against or whatnot. So
too powerful.
It'll be an interesting like twist seeing the good guy become the bad guy in some people's eyes.
And there's a lot of these Dune books, so Frank Herbert could he kept it going. So they have the potential to keep going with these movies as long as the popularity stays up. But I think if they keep having decent directors and writers come in, they could finish the franchise in a few years if they keep going.
I'm interested to see the culture and more of the freedmen, that's what they're called, I believe, the desert people. I want to see more of their culture,
which
and how
definitely
they live,
happens
their cities and stuff. It's gonna be cool.
Now that he got to Zendaya and like kind of like you said, like she's not really in it. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, barely.
She's barely in it. She's only in flashbacks, and then towards the end when he finally meets her, which is gonna be huge in the next part. She's gonna become a major character.
I'm sure it threw off a lot of people because she was like heavily like in the trailer. I feel like
of course, it seem
like
because she's in Spider-Man and she's in Euphoria and like she's very popular right now, which leads us to the next thing, our nerd crush of the week.
Yep.
Zendaya.
Zendaya.
So I loved her. Her MJ in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yep.
Very fantastic in that.
She did good work with that.
Which is kind of sad that now she doesn't remember him and he has to start over from
it's
scratch.
Unfortunate.
If they're going to try to bring her in, if they're going to try to do the other MJ, or if they're going to try doing Gwen Stacy again.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see. Because Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man never... Did he really mention her name? He just said, like, I lost somebody too. I don't think he really mentioned her name.
I don't think he did.
So they could go the Gwen Stacy route with this
could.
Peter Parker. But anyway, Zendaya, and then Dune. Very good in Dune. And then shout out to...
the TV show you've been watching,
Miss Michelle. She's been making me watch Euphoria. I've finished season 1. I got to get into season 2. Cinematography's great.
Worth a watch?
Going known as a lot of penises hanging around, but other than that, there's some titties and ass too. So... and lots of drug use, but just going known there's a lot of dicks hanging around in that fucking show.
See a lot of wankers.
A lot of wangs hanging.
Wang chungs.
Wang chung tonight. Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody wang chung. But show's really good. She's very good in it. And she's in Nerd Crush of the Week, and like that last outfit she was wearing when she went to the award ceremonies was very, very good. She's got like a nice like
Tom Holland.
Is he getting that still? Because like it's kind of like a rumor that like they're going together, but
it seems that way.
If you're not, come on over.
Unless they're just trying to bill it like that to get more popularity and sell more shit.
She's filming something up here in Boston, so we might have to go up there and meet her. So if Tom is not your cup of tea, maybe a fat guy is.
That's awesome.
So just let me know.
Just let me know.
But,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and then
Fuck you, Tom. I'm Spider-Man.
And then she did a complete she did everything right, and then fucking Bella Thorne just. I don't happen to Bella Thorne.
Oh jeez.
Woo.
God bless.
Yeah, like. Well,
another on the.
I like those babysitter movies on Netflix, but other than she. That girl's a wild child. I'll just leave it at that.
Yep.
But Zendaya's like, nah, I'm gonna stay classy.
Yeah, I'll pass.
But yeah, Nerd Crush of the Week, Zendaya.
Sure.
Or as my coworker Matt always fucking Zendaya. He fucking always
funny.
He's like, how the fuck do you say your name?
Zendaya. That's great. That is pretty funny.
Oh, you're a good kid, Matt. See you in the morning.
That's funny. So, anything else you want to touch on before we wrap this sucker up?
Yeah, we can. I want to just give my condolences to Bruce Willis. Like, we grew up watching you. We love all your
Great
movies.
Actor.
I just rewatched fucking Look Who's Talking like a couple of days ago. I love those movies. And fucking. Yeah, you should rewatch those too now that you have kids. They're fucking.
I'm gonna have to.
They're fucking good. Yeah, they're streaming on one of the fucking services. But
a lot of excellent movies.
All the Die Hard movies, like, come on, man. And I know you had a little beef with Kevin Smith, but I'm sure even he's like upset right now. This is like, it sucks, man. Like he has to retire because he can't really remember shit, and like it's fucking with his speech pad and shit.
That's unfortunate.
It is. You are a fucking living legend. You always will be, even if you don't act anymore.
Thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you for everything you've done.
Pulp Fiction,
yeah.
Excellent.
The fucking
that boxer character, was it Butch? Was that his name in it?
Butch, and then fucking recently too, like
he just came out with a bunch of shit recently because he wanted to make a bunch of money before he retired.
He did make a bunch of cool shit, and I was gonna say like Split.
That was
Unbreakable,
excellent.
Like
good
and
stuff.
Like not Split, Glass rather,
Glass.
But but Unbreakable, Split, Glass, that trilogy right there.
That was good.
Fantastic in that. Sixth Sense again with
yeah, that was really good.
M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong and
Armageddon. I liked that.
Armageddon.
Ben
Every fucking Die Hard movie.
Yeah.
Come to LA. Come to a Christmas party. It's great. Like freaking, I feel like I'm on TV dinner.
I think what else he's been in.
Moonlighting. Oh my god, Moonlighting.
Is that really good?
It was an old show from like the late 80s, early 90s.
Good stuff.
Yeah, like he plays like a fucking detective, and it's really great because it's like he's got his daughter, and he might be in love with his partner, but they can never get on the same fucking wavelength, and like it's. I highly recommend it if you can find it. This guy's probably streaming too.
Wasn't he in some movie where he was like a ghost, like talking to his like dead...
Sixth Sense? That's Sixth Sense. Yeah, I mean, you already the ending's been ruined for you because the movie's 30 years old, but it's still worth like that first watch is very fucking good.
Yep.
Just really really fucking good. But
so
and I remember when it was Bruno too for a while. Like he was making all the middle-aged housewives' panties wet.
Yep.
He's like, I'm singing a Bruno. I'm like, you're Bruce Willis.
Go to bed.
Stop it. He's like, but we love you, Bruce.
We love you, Bruce.
He made the top 5 Bruce list.
Yes, he did.
Made it. Bruce Willis.
Yep. Sorry for what you're going through, man.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate your work, and
we'll never forget you, no matter what. A living legend, Bruce Willis. Sir. Now, before we wrap things up, I think you might have something to say about Mr. Tom Brady and his little, I don't know if you call it a faux pas or what, but
the Thomas coup.
the bloody coup down in Tampa Bay.
He took control.
They couldn't stop him.
Pretty much, I feel like he just wanted to get his way with everything down there, which
absolutely
at this point in his career, I feel like all he wants to do is win, or he doesn't even want to play.
Well, after that loss last year, and then all of a sudden he came back.
Yep.
He ruined that guy's like money chances with that fucking last ball.
Yep.
But
pretty funny that he offers him a Bitcoin for charity, which is hilarious.
I'm like, fuck you! I want my money back, you prick. You rich bastard! Go kiss your son on the lips again and fucking throw your daughter off a waterfall. Like, I want my fucking money back.
Fucking But yeah, it seemed like Brady just wanted nothing to do with Bruce Arians, the head coach.
Nope.
So he retired. He was gone for a couple months, came back, and then what? A week and a half, 2 weeks later, Bruce is gone, which is pretty, I would say pretty convenient.
Get in the front office. They're lucky that they didn't just fire him outright. Yeah. They're like, all right, put him in the front office for a year or two, let him collect some money, get his fucking
money, do
get
his
him
job
out.
still. Doesn't look as bad.
But we all knew.
Yeah, Tom. There was even reports end of last year. There was a big problem stirring. Supposedly, Tom and the offensive coordinator Byron Leftwich were doing the game plans, running the meetings, just setting everything up for the games all year. And then when Bruce came back 100% at the end of the year because he was dealing with an Achilles problem, he started taking stuff over and putting his hand and dipping his feet and whatever you want to say.
Dipping his toes
head into a little too much.
Dipping his fingers in the cookie jar.
Tom did not appreciate that.
Tom does not like fingers inside of him.
And get the hell out of here. Now he's in the front office, and Tom is just going to run the offense now. The head coach now is a defensive coordinator. He's not going to really have any input at all on the offensive side of the ball. It's going to be him and Leftwich running everything, so... Brady has won again.
he lost last Super Bowl, but he won this battle.
Do not fuck with Tom Brady. Even Giselle. Giselle couldn't even get what she wanted.
No. She thought he's like,
Tom, you're staying home. He's like, after a month and a half, get away from me.
He's like, no, I can't handle this, bro.
He's like, I'm truly happy throwing a football.
With just me and Gronk playing catch.
Speaking of Gronk, he said he's 50-50 about coming back. I hope he plays again one more year.
I'm sure now that Brady's back, he'll play at least one more.
Big pull.
Now, do you think this will be Brady's last season? Or do you think he's going to hang on for a couple more years? Especially if he wins.
At this point, I don't know. He friggin' shocked me doing this whole retirement crap, even though it was probably just a power struggle thing. But he shocked the guy with the ball, definitely. Yeah, and then there's also rumors that he was trying to force a trade to the Dolphins, which is funny. Maybe he was trying to throw that out there to make sure Bruce is going to get retired and get him sent to the front office. And then there was crap out there that he was going to restructure his contract or extend, and he hasn't done that yet. So. No.
What I want to know
is... Maybe it'll be just a 1 year thing, 1 or 2 years. I don't know. I'm hoping 2 years.
I think if he wins this year, he'll stay on another year. But if he loses, he'll finally be like, all right, I'm starting to lose my mojo. Yeah, especially the NFC conference is poop. It's pretty much the Bucs. Not pretty much. It's the Bucs and Rams. Those are the two main teams right now. And it's really hard to repeat as the Bucs. The Bucs did not repeat last year. Injuries and the injury bug bit them bad. So
I'm sure something will happen with the Rams. They already lost Von Miller. They're a good pass rusher. Someone will get hurt. It's just the way football is, unfortunately. Sucks, but
we shall see.
Go Bucks. Go Brady. He's back for another year. I'm excited.
Sadly, the Pats are going downhill.
Oh, don't get me started with Belichick.
We'll leave it at that.
Yep. Don't get me started. Mac Daddy, though. Hopefully we have some good luck there eventually. He seems like he'll be a decent player. We'll see, though. Hopefully Belichick doesn't mess that up.
We'll see. But
getting dementia in his old age.
I hope not. But my question was about Brady. Did he get that signing bonus when he's like, I'm retiring?
That's a good question, because he was supposed to get a huge signing bonus.
What, $15 million?
I think it was in March or something. I wonder. Yeah. I mean, him and the team must have talked about that, and he probably ended up getting his money.
Yeah, I was gonna say they probably did it in secret. Yeah. Like this, I wanted this thing was all that publicity stuff. Yeah.
They'll do that. That owner will do anything for Brady. Get him a championship. Makes that whole franchise relevant. You know what's funny? They made season ticket owners lock in for 2 years instead of 1. If you wanted season tickets, they want 2 years now. It's pretty funny.
I believe it.
So you want to watch Brady, you got to watch a year of potentially no Brady.
Potentially a loser.
Yeah. Or just sit at home and still pay for the tickets.
No, that's when you sell the tickets to your friends. Like, all right, you can go this day, but you got to pay me.
Yep.
Scalp them.
Exactly.
But Brady.
Yeah, that's my Brady rant, ladies and gentlemen.
The Brady rant.
The Bucks team looks fully loaded, ready to go again. Let's do it.
Fully loaded. I haven't been loaded since Lent started, and I miss it, though.
A couple more weeks, right?
A couple more weeks. Yeah, April 17th, Easter falls on this year, so
that's nice.
Yep, and I'll be able to eat junk food and drink liquor
Coca-Cola.
and might I'm gonna mix some Coca-Cola with some whiskey and call it a day.
Yep.
Ooh, that Starlight Coca-Cola. I mean, that's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how that's gonna taste with some Jack Daniels.
That's nice.
Or some rum in it.
Yum.
I've also been craving a Blue Hawaii. Nice little sweetness.
Oh, that'd be good. Nice fancy.
I've always been a fan of like tiki bars and like that tiki culture and like.
Yeah.
You know how often I wear Hawaiian shirts in the summer?
I love the nice fruit and the fancy drinks.
It's
fantastic.
Like
some pineapple, nice cherry.
Yeah, and like I think I'm gonna get into my shout outs today because I've been they're really in the tiki vibe. Spike's Breezeway.
Spike's Breezeway.
Tiki Hour. He's just this cat from like California that just has like a tiki bar and like his breezeway between his house and his garage.
Yep.
And he just hosts a show that he has all these kind of cool like subculture guys that come on, like they make mixed drinks and they talk about the history of tiki bars and cool shit like that.
Is it local around here or no?
There's a couple tiki bars around here that he brings up on the East Coast, but it's mostly a West Coast kind of thing.
Yeah,
like
that makes sense.
And nice and the beaches and palm trees and shit.
California, shit like that.
Yeah, but no, he's a really cool guy. He has some interesting guests on there. Like I highly recommend checking him out, especially if you like the tiki stuff or like or secret alcoholic like me. You want to just make some mixed drinks, some cool party cocktails.
Yep.
Or like you just like kind of like that pulp adventure kind of like history of like the tiki bar and like all that cool stuff from like the 20s, 30s, and 40s, like how they brought that like culture over here and it kind of became its own like subculture.
Yep.
It's pretty interesting. And then again, Pulp Alley, I want to thank them again.
Yeah,
Shout them out. Dave, it was great playing with you today. It was good seeing you, Bessie, and the baby. And despite any technical difficulties, we got through it, and it was a fucking fun game. And Captain Wolf,
victory!
Survived. Him and the boys survived.
Victory!
And, let's see what happens next. And I think those will be my shout-outs for this week. How about you, sir?
Yeah, I'll shout out the podcaster here on YouTube, Men of the West. I like that channel, Lord of the Rings channel. Also, you got Nerd of the Rings, another Lord of the Rings channel. I've been listening to them a lot lately. Good stuff there. We got a Game of Thrones guy. He's like I would say he's an odd duck, but we're also odd ducks here ourselves, so that's completely fine. David Lightbringer, he's a Game of Thrones guy. He's pretty good. I like his stuff over there. Check him out.
The Lightbringer.
Oh yeah, the Lightbringer.
If it's his real last name, it's a cool fucking name.
But
that's cool as shit.
I don't think so. I think it's just a reference, but that would be pretty cool.
That would be badass.
And then, of course, I'll always shout out Star Wars Theory. One of the main reasons why I wanted to be a podcaster and try this shit out. Ooh, that was my bottle of tea, ladies and gentlemen. The cap was on. And, and I will also shout out, my last shout out here is, I would say, Den of Nerds. That's another guy that made me really want to get into podcasting. He's awesome. He does MCU, Star Wars, all types of stuff. Check him out.
Ooh, before we finish, I want to bring up a couple other ones. Definitely Red Cow Entertainment. They're another local podcast. They're like right over the border.
Check them
out.
In
like Fall River and whatnot.
Yep.
Definitely gonna hit up them soon and
see if we
maybe we can collab or something because
nice.
They did a video on Newport Creamery and I'm like, oh shit, these motherfuckers are local. Like, these guys are really cool. Well, they do some really cool stuff. Like they definitely talk about the nerd news and like video game news and stuff like that. I highly recommend checking them out. And because of them, I also found Hat Hole Home Videos. Another great guy. I'll link them in the YouTube down in the descriptions. Another great like gamer, like retro movie kind of guy. Highly recommend him as well. And then they like to talk about Cinemassacre and like the Angry Video Game Nerd and like stuff like that and like what's been going on with that. And we'll get into all the heavy stuff, but recently James Rolfe, aka the Angry Video Game Nerd, the leader of Cinemassacre, has been getting back to his roots and doing like really good, like not the other videos weren't good, but more traditional videos you'd see from him, and like they've been fucking fantastic, been phenomenal. Like I go to Cinemassacre, and whether or not you know about what's going on over there, like watch a lot of the old videos and then watch the most recent videos, and like they remind you of like 10 years ago, and it's fantastic. That would have been a fucking time to be alive. Early YouTube, like
I know, right?
Like
we missed out.
Yeah, like the early or the mid aughts to like the mid 2000s. Yeah,
bastards.
Yeah, fucking.
It's okay.
Google can go fuck itself.
Yeah, Google.
Don't quit buying our cool shit. Sorry, YouTube. You used to be cool.
We're still gonna try.
We're still gonna try though. You're damn right. We're still gonna try. But with that, remember to like,
share,
subscribe,
hit that little bell there for notifications, please.
They're permanently down there as of now, but we'll see what happens in the future with this format.
Don't be shy. Just a click. One click.
One click, and then maybe throw a comment in and let us know if you like this format or not. And if there's any other problems you have with us, let us fucking know.
Yeah.
That's what we're down there for.
Exactly.
Put it in the comments, send it to our social media over there in the corner. Or we have the email over here somewhere in the YouTube channels, and fucking link to it.
Email, you can always hit us up on the email.
Hit up on the email, check out our website.
Exactly.
We're still out of merch, but we will be going to PAX East at the end of the month.
Yep.
So we'll see you there if you're going.
Have some magnets
and we'll probably have some stickers for that, some other merch to give out. So yeah, if you're at PAX East this year, definitely come by and see us.
Exactly.
And if you or we'll see you, we'll say what's up.
Oh yeah.
And with that, I'm Chris.
I'm Eli, Sir Wookie Wang.
With the SmartAssPodCast.
And I hope you have a wonderful night, ladies and gentlemen.
Salute the donkey.
United States of Donkey.
SmartAssPodcast. Signing off, ladies and gentlemen. Good night now.
Good night. Starts ripping off those lizards' arms